up, y'all? It's your girl AnEyeIVKicks. We are back with another sneaker store review. Off rip, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed, but I'll explain that as we go along. So I was in Virginia recently. If y'all saw the Carib Fest video, then you already know I was in the area. If you did not, go back, check it out, because guys, those videos are always so much fun. But while we were in Norfolk, we had to check out Exchange again. It's a must. So I mean, I don't even need to get to the end of the video to let y'all know if you're in the area. Definitely check it out, but there are things to be aware of so that you're not caught off guard. God, that sounds terrible, but again, we'll get into it more. I'll explain. But before I go too much further, guys, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because again, I keep telling y'all, constantly doing reviews of different sneaker shops. I got some trips across the country to check out some sneaker shops coming up. You know, you never know where I'm going to pop up next. And if you're not watching the videos, you're missing out on finding out maybe I'm going to be in your area. Maybe you can meet me in person. You never know. Also, guys, constant giveaways. The last giveaway, nobody even won because nobody paid enough attention. So y'all are missing out on free stuff, okay? Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're not missing out on when the videos drop. And guys, go ahead and give your girl a nice thumbs up for this video with the honest review, and comment below. Like, I really want to know y'all's feedback on, you know, what are some things that you saw in the clips of the stores that maybe you loved, maybe stood out to you, something that you're like, oh, I can't believe they did that, or they set it up that way, or they acted like that. Like, let me know some of y'all's feedback in the comments below. So all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the review of Exchange. Actually, I guess before I review it, I need to show y'all. So let's check out that B-roll. was, you know, a little B-roll of Exchange Norfolk. Again, if you're in the area, you know, or it's not too far out of the way, it's definitely a shop worth hitting up. As you guys could see, they've got a lot of stuff. It is a huge location. But let's go ahead and get into the ratings, and then let me talk about the one thing that really kind of got under my skin with that store. So first I want to get into the aesthetics of the store as a whole. I'm going to go ahead and give them a 4 out of 5. I really like that. I feel like there are so many different ways to set up a sneaker store, whether you want to set them up by sizes or by silhouettes or by brands or however you want to do it, by cost, by used, by new. I feel like Exchange does a really good job of setting things up that are easy for people that are not necessarily sneaker people. If you go in, you know, you see all the same types in there. You know, it's just a matter of finding what size you need. Everything's pretty easy to locate. You know, you have a clear separation between, you know, the new and the used. And then of course in the center, you've got your like high end do not touch, although your girl definitely touched several pairs, which was okay, because let's go ahead and get into personability. So again, guys, with aesthetics, I really like, I always find their store to be very aesthetically pleasing, very similar to Token, the way everything's set up. It's a different setup, but to me, it's still very easy to find, and you know what you're looking for, and the way they have everything kind of separated makes it very easy and not quite so overwhelming. Again, guys, I mentioned Token. That's a whole other video. Go check that out. But let's get into Exchange's personability. I'm giving them a 2. Like, and I almost feel like a 2 is being generous. Now, mind you, that was this one experience. I am going to kind of disclaimer, I've had other experiences that at Exchange that weren't quite so bad. However, we were the only 2 people in the store. I think we were maybe greeted by security and maybe one other person, if that. So I guess they figured they didn't need to pay us any attention, like to the point where I was looking at the streetwear stuff that's closer to the counter. Nobody said anything. You've got all your designer, your higher end stuff behind the counter. And I'm gonna do a little pop-up for y'all of like just how out of touch with their customers in store they were. You know, it's kind of insulting, because it's like you're assuming that I'm not going to be spending bread in the store, so you don't need to pay attention to me. But honestly, if I was ready to spend bread, I'm not doing it in that store. I'm not doing it with people who aren't greeting me, who aren't talking to me. Something like, all of them are just sitting there, just on their phones, like didn't look up. Like, for me to walk up to the counter to film a B-roll of the designer stuff and every last person is just looking down at their phone, that's wild. That's absolutely wild. Again, you know, it's not every time we go in there, so I'm hoping if y'all make a stop into Exchange for yourselves, personability is much higher, but for your girl, it's a 2. Let's go ahead and get into range. I would give them a 4 out of 5. I think that they have a very wide range. I mean, you're not going to see like Asics or like Diodoras, or, you know, as far as what's relevant and what's popular, you know, you're definitely going to find it there in Exchange. They have, you know, a lot of the older releases. You've got like OGs in there. You've also got a lot of the newer releases. You've even got some things in there that you don't see anywhere else. So as far as range goes, I think Norfolk Exchange definitely deserves their 4 out of 5. I did forget to mention with aesthetics, I did knock down it to a 4 out of 5, because even though I love the way it's set up, they did have some minor construction going on. So who knows, maybe they'll get an extra half a point to a whole point. I don't know if I'd ever give anybody a perfect score. Let's keep it 100. Price wise, I think that, honestly, I don't think that you'll ever find a resale shop that is a 4 or even, well, never a 5, because they're always going to be priced higher than what you could find if you scour the market. But again, guys, I keep telling you, these are brick and mortar shops. They have a lot of overhead. If you're buying from somebody from eBay or Instagram that doesn't have a brick and mortar, they can afford to give it to you for a lot lower. So keep in mind before you're getting all pissed off at these people for the prices that they're offering for their pairs, keep in mind their costs. Like, you have to look at the big picture when it comes to that. I think Exchange has very fair prices when it comes to these resale shops. I mean, you can go into some of the more corporate type shops that are just astronomically high, like on something that you could walk into a Foot Locker and find they've got it there like stupid marked up. So y'all know the stores that I'm talking about. Who knows, maybe I will do a review on them coming up in the future. But again, for Exchange, I think that they deserve a 3 out of 5. Their prices are pretty fair market wise. And again, with 90% of these shops, you can always negotiate. You can always try to get a different price. It's all about going in there with that negotiation mindset and seeing what you can make happen. Overall, I give them a 3.3 out of 5. Again, massive points knocked off for the personability, guys. If you're thinking about opening a shop, or maybe you have a shop and you're watching this, or whatever the case may be, maybe you have friends, maybe you know somebody that's looking for advice, I will always say the number one thing that your girl looks for is personability, because at the end of the day, your shop could be like meh, selection could be meh, prices could be meh, but if I go in there and I feel a connection, I'm going to keep coming back. I will come back for that genuine connection, then, you know, more so than the prices or the selection, because all of that can change, but your personality, it is what it is. So guys, again, Exchange Norfolk is one of those, if you're in the area, it's definitely worth hitting up, but don't go in there looking to have a conversation with a fellow sneakerhead, because it ain't happening. But you might find something super dope that you've not seen before at a decent price point. So guys, again, that is going to wrap up the video for Norfolk Exchange. Keep tuning in to see what shop I review next. And again, I am getting ready within the next month to travel cross country for the next store. So I promise you guys do not want to miss that one. As always, keep tuning in to see what I've got my eye on next.